Okay. So does that help answer those questions for you for on how to do these? Oh, scale. That one, a graphic scale. Let's come in here and I haven't used that before. I usually just draw it myself. Ooh, man. That change anything? Yeah, that's cool. What is my scale actually? Is it 30? 30. Oh, I don't even know. 3/8 of an inch. Yeah, it's about 30. 3/8 of an inch equals a foot. Do you guys know how to figure that out? Okay, well, if 1 inch equals a foot, what would the scale factor be? 12. Okay. 1/8 inch equals a foot. Yeah, it's 8 times that. Okay, so 3/8 equals a foot. So here, you go, point, it's hard for me to do without actually writing it down. You know what? I'm going to put it in the calculator for you so you guys can know it. The other way to figure it out is to go into unlock, go into here, go into 3/8 of an inch equals a foot. Where's my customs? There we go. Custom. And if I go to 3/8 inch equals a foot and I edit it, it tells me 0.375 to 12. So if I divide that, 12 divided by 0.375, that's my scale factor. 32. So that's a weird one to put in here. But I could, let me lock that again. So I could go over here and I could go that my X scale factor is 32 and they don't have the architecturals in here, but it's about that. I'm off somewhere because this is 63 feet. Oh, that's 1 inch equals 30. I think this scale is something different. This is if you're putting it in paper space. So I got to figure it out if I'm not doing it in paper space. No, I always put it in model space. Yep. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I multiplied it by 12 to get it to because I'm doing this in feet. There we go. So you can play around with that though, but that's how but you just draw something that looks like that. I could have just as easily done this, right? Polyline with a width of, let's say, 1 foot and 1 foot and 50 feet long. There. That's how easy it is. And then I just put, that's 50 feet long, right? So I put a 0 and a 50 on it. That looks like a pretty good text height. That's it. That's how easy it is. And now I've got it in here. And I can move it around to get into a better spot. Right? It doesn't really belong over there. Usually I put it somewhere over by the scale. That should also be in here. But I'll usually put it somewhere kind of out of the way. A little too far out of the way. I got to get it all. But you get the idea, right? So there's your section view, and those are all on these tool palettes. Okay, if some of you want to at some time, I can show you how to create your own tool palettes. You can actually customize these and drag anything down here. That's what most people do to get fast. So you go, okay, I gotta go here. I gotta go there. Now I gotta go there. Now I gotta go there. Right? You make your tool palette with the stuff that you know. That you use. Okay, and you just bank that. Like this is one that I made. Right, so that I can make my own little frustrums. Good to have some UCS on and off, coils, things like that. So you can make your own of these to be set with the things that you always use. Cool? Any other questions for lab right now? Or you guys just want to work? Oh, I think Wasan wanted to know. Hold on a sec. I wanted to show you really quickly in Revit. Okay, so if I know where my topo lines are, okay, I can put an underlay in here if I wanted to. You guys know how to do that. Insert an image, and I can go find an image of something and put my image in here. Okay, and then I could trace over that image. Right? And if that was an image of where the topo lines were or something, that would be cool. Okay, so if I wanted to, I could annotate this and I could put detail lines in. So I'm going to make a new, and I'm going to call this one, what did I call this one? New construction site. And I can put detail lines in here. And I'll just go like this. It goes from here to here to here to here. And then I look at it, nah, that's not the kind of line I wanted. So those are thin lines. So I might do something like beyond. Or I might override the graphics of that category and change the color to something maybe a little bit lighter and make the object weight pretty small. There we go. Okay, so that's how you do it if you do detail lines. Okay, and what's nice is those detail lines only show up in that view because that's like drawing in paper space. So I can make detail lines of my topography. Of course, the better thing to do is to actually know what it is and put them in. Okay, make a topo surface by either placing points. These are all at 15. And these are all at 10. And maybe this one's at 8. And this one's at 6. And up here, maybe I'm at 10.5. There, now this thing is graded. So if you've got an image, you can essentially trace it by putting points down where you want it to go. Okay? So if you know where points are, you just plop those points down. And now, of course, when I come back to here, there's a few things that I need to do. First, I need to override the graphics by category, and I'm going to make them half-tone. And see what happens? Really changes the look of it. That's what you do. And then I want my property lines override. I want them to be a little bit heavier too. And I think they're the projected lines. And those ones, I think I usually put the weight at 8 or 9. Yeah. Now see how I'm able to make that stand out and look proper? Okay, so that's how you do those. And then of course to put my elevations into the corners, I don't know what scale I'm at here. I can either just double click right on those corners. Sorry about that noise. And to put my markers in are also very simple. Those are my contour labels. And if I need to adjust the size of those, see how they say they're 16th? I can duplicate them if I want them to be bigger and make it 3/32 and change this to 3/32 of an inch. And they show up just a little bit bigger. So that's some information on how you would do that. Then if you make your right of way, or your drainage or something like that, then you can put spot slopes on it. And then somebody can see, yeah, that's pretty good. It's all going in the right direction. To get that in the right spot, I'd move it out here. Oh, that's a bummer. I got that one wrong. I hate when I do that. Let's see. I have to get rid of that thing in this view. There we go. Now I can get my spot elevation on it. How about these ones? Those ones aren't too bad. A little bit sloppy. I got an arrow showing there. Okay, so new or existing. So look, property lines are always existing. And if I need them to show up differently in different places, okay, I might have to duplicate those things. So let me make those. See how property lines don't really have a new or existing or something like that. So if I want to name these my existing property line, those are always there. Those don't change unless I subdivide. So if I were to subdivide this, I would essentially just make new property lines, and I would maybe do it by sketching, and I would pick that, and then I'd run down to maybe here, over to here, and that would literally be a new property, and I'll call this one Subdivided 1, something like that. And you can see I got 13,000 square feet and all that's good. If I pick on that one, it tells me what it is. So that's how I would put a new property inside of that one. And they don't really have phases. But if I wanted them to show just one set, I would hide that one in my view. And I would have all of my new ones available. Okay, because property lines don't change. You don't get new property lines unless you actually subdivide. There we go. And then if I need to, I can edit that sketch and move this one inward away. And now if I look at it, I went just a little too far. I went just under 10,000 square feet. So I'm doing the guessing by golly version of this. 10,500 square feet. So that would be, if I made this RD1, if I went from RD2 for this whole thing, and I cut it up into little pieces like this, then I would have, that would be an RD1 site. Sorry, an RD3. Where I could put a single family unit on it. Cool. Okay, any other questions on how to get this done? Draw, draw, draw. Okay. There we go. I'm going to turn off my record then. I recorded most of that.